Get
All right.
cooler, man. Just taking it one day at a time, man. Just taking it
Yes,
one day at a
sir.
time,
What up,
man.
YouTube family, man? I got Mr. V Conti on here. Juvenile life, 30 years served, y'all. 30 years served. We're gonna talk. We're gonna get into it today.
Yeah.
Y'all tap in. We're gonna get into it today. Yes, sir. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, yeah. Tell
I
the
ain't say I'm
people in
doing
front.
good, I ain't doing bad, but I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So like I said, man, you did 30 years, bro. You came in at what, 17?
Yeah. Yep.
How old you now? 45, 46?
47.
47? Yeah.
Yeah, about to be 48 in April.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So uh juvenile life, basically coming in as a kid and gotta come out to a whole new world as a man.
You just don't know.
Whole new world as a
Man,
man. You lost a lot of family over the time. I lost a lot of family. I lost a father, I lost a brother. I lost like 20 some family members in 15 years. Close aunties, uncles, grandparents, all of that.
I had a I had a small family, but we
Right.
were with my mother's side of the family. So once I lost my mother, that kind of that kind of broke everything. And she was the glue. She kept everybody pretty much on one accord, so to speak. So when she left, man, everything else was all bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So how you adjusted? I mean,
Um,
be honest, man. Tell me about your mental health and everything right now. How you feel? Like, how do you really feel about being out here in society after 30 years?
Man, some days, I mean, some days be more overwhelming than other days, like because people you thought that was gonna be there with you wholeheartedly, have your back, not to throw shade on them, but those same people, they got things going on in their life as well. And you for me, I refuse to be a liability. So man, it's 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 been challenging. I'm gonna use that word. It's been challenging, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been going through similar things myself, and I've done half the time you did, bro. So I couldn't imagine. Out of sight, out of mind is a real thing, bro.
Real thing, man.
Like,
Exactly.
I couldn't even imagine. Like, I got family and stuff like that. They know me, but I'm sure your people don't know you after 30.
Nah. I thought they did, and even when you in there, you talk on the phone. Phone call only 15 minutes, and some months you might have to go. You might have to go months without talking to them. And the world out here, this shit moving fast, man.
Yeah,
And now I kind of understand. Like it's been man, this it's been challenging, man. But I I think my biggest asset is I like to smash the gas. So
yeah.
like man, I'm determined to make it. Win lose, it's just I'm in a win or lose situation. I'm determined to make it, man. So I started out behind the eight ball, but like within the next 5 years, man, I know I'm gonna be the whole pool table. So
Right, right, right. Put your cash up, or you say your cash tag is cash tag Vance Conti, VanceContee.
yeah, CONTEE.
Yeah,
Can't
Vance
miss when
Conte.
that Cowboys hat pop up. You know what I mean? I'm die
Yeah.
hard, man.
Hey man, you know my
I'm
Browns come
die
on.
hard.
My Browns come on first, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna handle that business. Hey, we're gonna handle that business.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna handle
People
that.
always tell me, you ain't never been to Texas. You know, when you from DC, you either gonna like the Redskins or the Commanders, or you gonna like the Cowboys, man. And I followed my mother, man. She liked the Cowboys since I was a little kid, man. I rolled with the Cowboys, man.
Right. Hey man, for real though, tell me about your mental health, man. How do you feel, bro? Like, be honest, man. How do you really feel right now, man? Do you feel like you may have lost a little something, or do you feel like you strong and like you're not still like look, you're not taking a shower with your shower shoes on the street, are you? At your sister's house?
Nah, you know what's crazy? You don't even really like that's for real. You don't even realize it though. You don't even realize it for real. It's funny you say that because you don't even realize it till somebody else probably bring it to your
Right.
attention. But those things you do for years, like really, those things really kind of, they weigh on you. Like, man, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I got shower shoes on. I could take a bath if I wanted
Yeah.
to. But
Yeah. Hey,
it's funny you say that, man.
yeah. Hey, what did it feel like the first time you took a bath, bro?
I ain't even take one yet.
You ain't took a
Cause
bath?
being no, I ain't had a chance to take one, man. But I like to stand under that hot water and just, what I mean, like, um, just let it all process. It's a lot of shit, man. That I really have to process. So I like just stand under that hot water, man. Put my head under there,
Yeah.
and just like, man, I'm trying to wash away all them years, man. Cause
Yeah.
it ain't, that ain't that. Some people proud of me personally, man. I ain't proud of it, man. Like I learned a lot or whatever, but man, it's like, man, it was a waste. It was sort of a waste of time, man. So I'm trying to wash that
Hey
shit
man,
off
listen,
me,
bro.
man.
You got to go over, call, text sis, man. Tell her, man, you want to take a bath, man.
Yeah,
Text sis and
I'm gonna
tell her,
get around to it.
yeah, man. Tell sis, baby, sis, I need a bath, man. I ain't took a bath in 30 years.
I've been in the little what is the little sauna, the little hot tub thing.
Oh yeah,
I did that. Yeah, that was it was relaxing, man, to like decompress.
yeah.
To
But
just
no,
sit there and just bang, man.
you got to get you some candles, man, and get that aroma going and get your music going. You want to cut all the lights off on that joint and just get in that tub, man, and just, you know what I'm saying? Let all that shit
Yeah.
just come off you, man, come out you, you know?
I'm still, being I'm in the halfway house, so I got like another month. I got to find housing and it's a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I wasn't prepared, man. Mentally, emotionally,
Yeah.
spiritually, I wasn't really prepared for none of this because, man, I ain't know what to prepare. I ain't know how you gonna get yourself prepared when you don't really know what's going on out here.
You don't even know what's going on. Right,
You
right.
don't
So
know what's
listen,
going on out here.
you just
I
got your
didn't.
license. You just got your license, right?
Yeah, I just got my license, man. So,
And hey, congratulations on that, bro. You know, I mean, like, so did you have a license before? You came in at 17. Did you have a license?
man, I ain't never had a license and never had a job. I never had nothing. So, like I said, I'm the new kid on the block, man. I'm doing everything right.
Hey man, this is like, hold on, bro. Like you had pussy though, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've been fucking since I was probably 30 years old.
You said 13? Yeah. So, but
So you say that because I was actually in a what they call it, an abusive relationship at 13, 14. Yeah, I had an older chick, and man, she taught me a life lesson, man. That a woman's heart, man, ain't to be played with, bro. Even a girl's heart, man. Like emotionally, man, women when they fall, man. And Don't play with that heart, man.
Yeah.
I learned that early in the game, man.
Right. So I asked you that because I try to see what kind of experience what kind of life you had before you coming in. You came in so young. You committed that crime at what, 16?
Yeah,
At
I
16.
had a just the average. I guess the average life of a youngster on the street, running, doing things in his neighborhood, and uh, that hood shit. You know what I mean? Just growing up in the neighborhoods, man. You know, shit that's going on in the neighborhood. That was my life. I ain't really I wasn't afforded the opportunity to really step outside my environment. So, you know what I mean? That's just, man, that, this right here is my chance to live, man, in a nutshell. Like, I ain't have a chance to live at first. I was just caught up in the neighborhood shit that was going on in my neighborhoods, man.
Hey, shout out to Melissa Jans Jr. and my man Highway Kirk that's tapped in. Hey, if y'all got any questions, man, y'all want to ask V, man, y'all go ahead and show it on the screen and I ask them. I'm gonna get into this mental health thing, right? One more, we're gonna stay on this for a minute, right? Do you have any regrets about the crime you committed?
Absolutely.
Is it
Uh,
weighing?
hun- uh,
Is
a
weighing on
million
you?
percent, man.
Is weighing on you?
Yeah, and it's crazy because I think while I was in there, I it weighed on me, but I don't know if it weighed on me as much as it does
As a
since
free
I've
man?
been here
Yeah,
as a free
yeah.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, for real. That's like it's some shit. It's, I guess some things just hard to get past, man. Like
I
I
feel
don't know,
you.
man.
Hey, I'm doing it.
It's
I have survivor's remorse, right?
mm,
About some of the dudes that can't get out. That we got there's some good dudes in there, right? And I kind of have survivor's remorse about some of the dudes that can't get out of there, bro. Like I got a partner named, I got a partner, man. This he doing 55 years because they stacked all these guns on him. He got about 6 or 7 guns stacked on top of each other. He didn't do nothing with them. He didn't bust them. He just got caught with them. He can't get out. So like stuff like that, like the survivor's remorse. And I also feel like, man, I always was a guy to help. When I was on the street, I helped people. I felt guilty about the money that I was making, and I would give it away. But I feel like I must have, with some of the drugs that I was putting in the street, I must have hurt somebody and did indirectly. I feel like
yeah.
it'd be something always in my way, bro, to keep me from moving forward, bro.
Hey,
Something always knocking me down and shit. Like I know it's a such thing as spiritual warfare. It might be a fight over my spirit, man, because I always been a giving kind of caring kind of dude. But some of the troubles that I go through, I wonder why me all the time, bro. I, I believe in ancestral.
man, I be faced with those same type of questions, but you know how you say, why you? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself in reverse, like, man, why not you?
Why not me? Right. That's why I'm
Yeah, why
saying
not you?
I think indirectly I probably hurt some with some of the shit I put on the street, a pregnant woman or something. I might have something that it's like I feel it. I feel it. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like,
played your part.
yeah, I feel like I did something and indirectly and I hurt somebody, man. It's 'cause I just feel it. You know what I mean? I feel it when I get on my knees and pray. I feel like I done something, man, and I just don't know what it is.
And it's funny you say that, like, 'cause I felt like sometimes, I practice to the best of my ability the Islamic faith, but because that's what I was raised up on. But sometimes it's been times, especially when I lost my mother, it was like, man, I question God, man. Like, damn, like, you know, I, like, what is it? What is it that I've done, or am I doing wrong? Because you look at it, for me, I look at it like, you do that time, you go through all this shit here on earth or whatever, and they say, heaven, hell, this, that, and the third. It's like, damn, I got to deal with all this shit and still
After,
possibly go to hell or whatever. You know what I mean?
right?
Like
Yeah, I
for real.
feel you.
Like,
Hey, I got a question. I got a question for you from a viewer, right? They want to know. They want to ask you about the different personality disorder that you came in touch with while being incarcerated. Oh my God.
hey,
Oh,
jeez. Uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna start with me, like, cause my personality, in there, you gotta, you know, your personality you can't be happy go lucky. You can't seem too withdrawn. No, it's a lot of like it's a lot, man. With my personality, like I'm a Taurus, April Taurus, so I could be stubborn, man. But for my personality, it's like, man, after all them years of not being able to, I guess, be or find out who I truly am and coming out here, it's like, okay, being in a halfway house, dudes coming here with that same prison mentality. So I can't let go of that personality that got me through all them years, but I
right.
got to start bringing it down and learn how to be more compassionate and grateful. People, because for me, like, man, I have to learn, for me, I've been learning how to appreciate something or show gratitude. You could say it, I could say it, but now I'm actually learning. Man, that's a
Oh
tough
yeah.
question, man.
Yeah, how to
I'm trying
show
to
it.
like dig into it, the
Yeah.
personalities in there, man. You run across so many different personalities in prison, like going from different places to different states. Every culture, I guess, within that environment had a different personality, man.
I can touch on it.
That's a hell of a question.
I can touch on it because let me tell you, like I seen mellow dudes, right, be chill, right? But
Yeah,
certain things trigger people differently,
right.
right? Some dudes, they let the bras trigger them, right?
Yep.
They let the bras on the street trigger them, but they go on the phone and get their head blown off. They want to fight after they hang the phone up, right? Some dudes get triggered by loss of family members. They
That
break
was one of
down,
mine.
right?
Right.
Uh, some dudes get triggered when they go broke. You will hear the term you hear a term like you hear somebody say, "Oh man, he a good dude," right?
Yeah.
Long as he going to the store, but when everything run out, he kicking the locker in. What happened to the good dude? What happened to the good dude that you were saying was a good dude? Now he broke. He just kicked his homie locker in,
Hey. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. For real.
We see dudes do shit that we wouldn't have never imagined them doing.
Yeah.
We seen dudes turn gay.
Yeah. From that
Nigga,
time and everything, you're right.
I seen dude do in his 18th year, like, man, I'm about to hit this shit.
Turning to junkies or whatever,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. So that's a
Man,
can you talk about sadistic personality disorder? This is for me. Sadistic personality disorder, man. What's break define that, man. What you mean by sadistic? Like on a
I think,
devilish side? Like
yeah,
satanic?
that's what I was thinking. I think it was more so like on the devilish, like just
I'm gonna tell you, all
that's
right, I'm gonna be honest. It was a dude in Terry Hut. Used to go on visits all the time, right? And I used to hate on the dude. I used to look, I gotta be honest. Man, I used to hate on the dude. This dude stayed in the visiting room, and I used to hate on the dude, right? because every time he had so many women coming to see him, right? But he'll come off the visit looking for looking for as many as dicks he can suck in his mouth, bro.
Hey,
Right? So I I had a problem with that.
that's legitimate hate right there, though. That's a legitimate.
Like
That's
I
legit.
no, but for real, who was me to hate on him though, right?
I mean,
Like man,
that's legitimate hate. That's justifiable.
I couldn't help it. He used to be like, man, what's up, man? You ain't been quiet lately. You ain't been speaking or nothing. Oh man, I've been going through stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't even want the motherfucker even talking to me no more. Like for real, he was going. I'm talking about beating the doors down, bro. He had about 6 or 7 bras. He going to pen pal sites. He was smooth,
Them be the ones.
but kept a dick in his mouth. Like, bro, I just was like, man, I was fucking, man. Wasn't nobody coming to see me. I was mad. I was mad. For real, I was mad.
That's that's understandable. In my view,
Yeah,
that's
right,
understandable.
right.
Like, but now you got to be real careful, talking on that level out here now because man, you can't really voice your opinion like on that subject without the riffraff, man.
Yeah. So listen, bro. You in the halfway house, right?
Yeah,
Uh, you got your first job recently, right?
yeah, my first job ever in my
In
life.
your life. Oh my God, man.
Life. In my life, I never had a job before. Never looked at a job. Never applied. Never filled out an application. Never, I mean, never, ever.
Hey, I hope you wasn't like Morgan Freeman in that motherfucking what's the name? Bathroom,
But
bathroom break, boss.
it was crazy though, because man, like for real, I was so nervous, right? And you feel like you just got this cloud over your head where everybody looking at you like, oh, they hired an ex-felon. That's the ex-felon. So you go in, it's a pretty cool establishment, and the people welcome it, but at the same time, you always feel like, you the one being watched out of
Yeah,
everybody.
hey,
And sometimes, man,
hey,
that be overwhelming, bro.
some money better not come up missing around there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right. You might be out of a job. Some money come up missing, huh?
Man, the crazy thing is, as soon as I start working in there, I I fuck around and let I was closing up at night, and I guess I left one of the machines on and ended up flooding the place, man. So it
Yeah.
was like I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh hell no! Like, come on, man.
What up, Uncle
I got
Real?
a
Tuned in.
call.
Uncle Real done tuned in. Uncle Real, I got V Conti, juvenile life, 30 years served, came in and was 17, came out at 47. Uh, V is in the DC, y'all. So DC area, stand up for V, man. His cash app is Vance Conte, VanceContee. That's his name. Vance Conte. He got a fucking cowboy emblem on his cash app. He got a Dallas Cowboy emblem on his cash app.
Big Dak
Hey,
Prescott.
Dak Prescott. Hey, hey, tell us about the when you found out you was coming home, man. Tell us about that feeling.
Oh man, that was I had technically I supposed to got out in 2000, I think 21, but I put some additional time earlier in my sentence for some trouble I got into. So when the law came out about giving juveniles all that time, They, even though I had that life, I had court 41 months. I copped out. They ran that separate from the life, which I don't even understand. So when the judge was like, okay, you free to go or whatever, but I still owe the feds 41 months, so I had to do that. And that was the slowest time I ever done in my life. And
Them last 41 months.
the last 41 months, man. And
Let me ask you this. Let
place,
me ask you this. Excitement or fear going out the door?
I
A
think
little
it
bit
was
of
more
both?
excitement. Nah, more so excitement, man. The fear, like the fear been more heavy now than before. I think it was excitement, like, because, you hear about technology, and you seeing all this stuff on TV. And so it's like, man, I'm excited to become a part of it. It wasn't fear because, like I said, I didn't know what I was coming out to.
Right.
So,
Speaking of TV, right?
yeah,
You know, if you buy a TV, the motherfucker don't work.
I don't understand what you mean.
Go buy a new TV. It ain't like in the old school when you can plug it in. You got to have cable or Wi-Fi for that motherfucker.
Okay, I didn't know that. The phone, I mean, technically, the phone been my TV. So,
That's what I'm saying. So look, you can watch TV on your phone, but you go in the store. Let me tell you, I was calling people around like, man, come over and pick me up and take this TV back. This motherfucker don't work. So they were like, what you mean it don't work? I said, it don't work. I plugged it in. And you got to have cable or Wi-Fi or something connected to the TV for.
I'm still trying to understand the whole Wi-Fi process and shit. Like, it's funny. It's funny, man. So it's
Right.
funny, man.
Uncle Real say no antenna. It ain't no antennas with the TV.
Yeah.
So
I
you got a
never even
big.
thought about that though. I'm glad you said. I ain't for real. I thought you get a TV, you go home, plug it up, and it'd be just like your phone.
Nah, hey, them days over with, bro.
Yeah, that shit. I ain't damn. It's funny you said that, man. I'm still trying to like get to the video games. Like, uh, you know, I learned that, man, when you go in at such a young age, you kind of stop growing. So it's still, you know, don't nobody discredit me for saying this, but it's still a lot of youth in me. It's still a lot of maturity in me that I got to grow because, okay, I went in there when I was 17, but those real life experiences that people go through on the street, I was deprived of that. So I haven't
Right.
gotten to go through all the relationship dramas. I mean, I have little shit here and there, but the heartbreaks, what I mean, stuff out here that really force you to mature. When I was in there, being in prison, you stay at that one age, kind of, so to speak, because
Yeah,
every day is same.
I talk about it all the time. You on the shelf.
Yeah,
You
you're
on
on
the
the
shelf
shelf.
basically with your emotions. You on the shelf, and your maturity and all of that is on the shelf. Me and my wife, bro, like I've been having problems in my marriage with my wife, right? Because I was on the shelf emotionally, and she was in relationships. So everything I do is a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Because she's seen it before. It might be certain character traits. It'd be like, man, oh, I don't like that. I was like, you don't
Yep.
like what? What I do? So you basically emotionally, you just everything stops.
Everything
They say the
stopped, man.
clock, they say the clock don't stop, but it do for you when it comes to your emotions and
Yeah.
your maturity. You just on the shelf, bro.
I mean, I'm man enough to admit it. Like, I done had my, share of women since I've been home dealing with them. And man, I'm not no doctor, man. What I realized, man, a lot of these women, bro, They some of them been damaged beyond repair
Yeah.
from dudes, and I go in with good intentions, but because of her past, letdowns and shit like that, it's like, man, her guards stay up, and I'm being real genuine.
Yeah.
So the smallest thing that I do, or the littlest thing I do, oh, I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you was just like them, and so you
Yeah.
always be, and it's hard to get into that. So I got to the point, man, like I just want a genuine friend, man. Like we can really just, whatever happened. But man, it's
Hey, that's real, bro. I went through the same thing, man, and man, it's like I feel like everybody out here was aliens, bro. I feel like
yeah,
everybody out here was,
exactly,
yeah, I feel like everybody out here was aliens when I came home.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, tell the people about let the people know about your survival tactics as far as surviving in there. Like, did you work out? Did you pray? Did you meditate? Did you read?
I
Like, what's
love reading. I read to this. It's crazy because I'm one of the few people in here. I read to this day, man. I
yeah,
love reading. I think in school that was the best thing that man, I love reading. One of my
yeah,
favorite books is two of my favorite books. It's a book called The Morning Miracle by I think it's Hal Elrod. And that's like, man, if you don't, for whoever don't have it, man, that's a real motivational book. I only bought three books home with me. I bought I bought four books home with me. The Morning Miracle by Hal Elrod. Uh, the Obstacle is the Way. That's my go-to book
yeah,
by Ryan Holiday. And Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. And another book called Solitary by Alfred Woodfox. He dead. He did a long time in prison out in Louisiana. Them was like my
yeah,
favorite. Uh, Not to take nothing away from Malcolm X book, Nelson Mandela book, Standing by the Scratch Line, uh, a lot of those other books, but those were the four books like I brought home with me. I wanted to leave them, but I told dudes like, man, look, man, I get straight or whatever. I send it to you versus me leaving you
yeah,
these because this would help me right here.
yeah. One of my favorite books was by George Bloomer, Pastor George Bloomer, The Little Boy in Me. That joint right there was like my guide to fucking the little boy in me was so it's cold, bro.
I ain't hip to that.
Yeah, the little boy in me, man. Shit. Did you do you did you was I know I seen you on the court, but did you did work out a lot, right?
Uh, After a while, I started. Everybody, you go in prison, you work out, you become a workout fanatic, a workout freak or whatever. But
Then you
after a
get off
while,
of it for a few years and
man,
you
that
go
shit,
back,
after a while, that shit get boring.
get
And I
bored.
might, like, for me, I might be drinking and I'm working out. So it's like I'm defeating the purpose of really gaining the full benefits.
Right.
Or if I smoke weed or so, like now I do my little push-ups just to whatever. But after a while, that shit get boring, man.
Boring, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I like to do shit that
But let me say this. Let me say this. A lot of dudes come home, bruh, and their body go, bruh. So keep doing them, man. Out here, you keep doing a little something while you here, man. And so because you when you come home, you depreciate much faster than when you do in there, bro. Your body.
no, you absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna get back to it, but when I first came home, I'm still going at it, but there's so much food that I was neglected of getting. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm eating people out of house and home, man. It's like,
Hey, what was your first good meal? What was your first good meal?
uh, my first good meal. it's a place down here called Bus Boys and Poets that my niece took me to, and we had like a some type of Alfredo. Man,
Some
it's
kind of
like
pasta.
it's like yeah, it's like a pasta. You know, I like spaghetti and all that type of stuff. So
Right.
that was like cheesecake, ice
Yeah.
cream. Like I eat ice cream daily. Like it'll be cold as hell, cold as shit outside. I'm eating some ice cream and some
Right.
strawberry cheesecake. So
So look, what you had
that
in the
workout
pasta?
stuff
It was
is
like
good.
seafood, like seafood was in there. Like what was in it?
I think it was might have been chicken or shrimp or
Yeah.
something like
Just
that.
so
It
you
was
ain't had no
horrible.
no lobster. You ain't had no crab legs. You ain't
Nah,
had
I
no.
ain't get
You
around
ain't
to
just.
that yet.
You ain't never
Nah,
had that.
I ain't never had lobster, crab legs and stuff. Yeah, but lobster, nah.
Right.
Lobster, I don't think I like oysters. You know, some stuff you look at and you feel like I ain't gonna like that. So
Well, wait a minute. You
oysters,
ain't eat the oysters in the joint.
nah, hell.
Hey man, let me tell you. Let me
But
tell you what my dish was. Right. You know the macaroni and cheese. You know in the bag, right? With the powdered cheese. I would put two of them in the bowl, right? And I would get tomatoes and shit and onions out the kitchen. I put me like two mackerels in that joint, and I'll put them oysters and the shrimp and all that shit and mix all that shit in there, right? Season it real good, right? Kind of like a seafood macaroni thing, right? I would take a half a sleeve of Ritz crackers and crush them up and spread them over the top. Man, listen, bro. Man, listen, boy. Hey, every time I made that, I would have to tell a story from the street.
yeah, I ain't got around. It's a lot of food. You know, I ain't. You know, next month I'll be up out of here, so I really get to I really get to experience some food, man.
Hey man, I just got a book request from the list of gems, right? It's called Book Betrayal Bond Breaking Free of Expletive Relationships by Patrick Carnes. It's in
Breaking
a
free.
yeah, we can go back and look at it, man. We're gonna have to check that one out. It's called
Okay.
Betrayal Bond Breaking Free of Expletive Relationships by
Okay, explorative relationships.
Patrick
Yeah,
J. Carnes.
that seemed like something I might be interested in right there.
Yeah, yeah. So
Cause it's
we
hard,
gonna
but like,
I can go back and read the comments right here. We're gonna oh yeah, Celestine Prophecy. You read that? Valista sending all these book requests, man. We gotta open. We're gonna check some of these out. Sound like they
it's good.
interested.
I'm a part of a book club anyway.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
that's good,
I'm a
man.
part of a book.
Hey, that's good, man. You kept your mind. You kept working out your mind. You ain't got to work out your body long as your mind working out.
I actually, I got my own book out called "I'm Alive for a Reason." It's a poetry
What?
book on Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. I've been on there for a couple of years now. I ain't getting nothing from it because, I ain't, like I said, I ain't know I was coming home or ever getting out. So I chose to donate the proceeds. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's on Amazon. I'm Alive for a Reason by Vance Conti.
And why don't you? Hey, bro, you gotta do a revived version so you get paid, bro.
It ain't nothing but little poetry.
You know,
That's
man.
all.
So
It
what?
ain't no story.
Listen,
Huh?
bro. Listen. If you can be a writer out here, bro, why would you need to work?
Yeah.
That's your job, man. You can be a writer, bro. Like put the books out, bro.
Yeah, I
You
had a couple
home?
of requests about my story, shit like that, but with that stuff, like it was just something that was that was like a way for me to cope. I write with my thoughts, what was on my heart, stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Right.
So
What's the name of it again? name of it?
I'm alive for a reason.
I'm Alive for a Reason by Vance Conte.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. I think
All right. Yep.
the first 20 some days, if I ain't mistaken, the lady told me it was uh, like a top seller at the time or something like that. I ain't even I ain't take I ain't really go too far with it because like I said, I just was like, she was like, what do you want me to charge? I was like, man, I don't care. Do whatever you're gonna do with it and donate the proceeds. That was my way of, I guess, trying to get back over there.
Right. Hey man, let me all my listeners, all my subscribers, man. The cash tag is hashtag Vance Conte, VanceContee. He got the Dallas Cowboy emblem on there, man. Y'all look out for V, y'all, man. He in DC area. All Maryland, Virginia, DC, y'all stand up for V, man. Hey, one more question, dog, before we get off of here, dog. You you don't got no kids, right?
Nope. And I want one bad. I want I want three.
You want three?
I want three, man.
But let me ask you this. Now you know it's gonna be hard finding a woman your age that want to still have kids.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I mean, I'm going through it now. Like that's another challenge. Like, 'cause, everybody already got their kids and stuff. And, you see the kids. Even though the people I've dealt with, I try to interact with the kids like if they was my own. But at the same time, it's like, man, you want to see something that you produced yourself.
Right.
Like, see how much of a reflection of me. It's just that's just something I want, man. I want a little girl, man. Then I want a little boy.
Yeah. I don't got no kids either, man, but I already accepted the fact.
I
Hey,
can't accept.
I'm 10 years older than you.
Okay, yeah, yeah. But like I always tell few females, like, man, you know, when the condom come off, the kids come out. So when I take it off, that means, man, I want you to be that one. Like,
Right, right, right.
so I don't just want to have no kids by just know any woman or nothing like that because I feel like, man, I'm gonna be that I'm gonna be that father, man. Like the way my father wasn't ever there, and a lot of other people's fathers and stuff. Like, man, I'm gonna be that father, man. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be the epitome of what a father's supposed to be.
Hey, listen, when you say that, right, man, I want you to look forward to your future because those are good character traits, right? So I know sometimes the crime that you committed it weighs heavy on you. But think about the good that you can do now. You know what I'm saying with this opportunity. Think about the people lives you can touch, bro. You gotta. I think you gotta continue to write, bro, and put those books out and give.
But everybody tell me that. Everybody
That's
tell me that, like, because I can
yeah,
write, I can express myself better through writing than I can, uh, I guess, verbally. Everybody tell me that it's just now. I just need to get to a laptop and the time, like being in here, being in the halfway house, you really don't have that time. So it's
yeah,
but I gotta, like people heard my overall story from when I was a child coming up. Like my mother was in the game. My father
right.
he did his thing. He wasn't around, but he was in the game. And my brother he was doing good. He got into the game when he was way older, but I started fucking around when I was like 12, 12 years old. I caught my first case when I was 13.
Right, right. You
So
know our,
it's
you
like,
know our, our background is, man. I remember these. You remember you go in the courtroom and you hear the judge used to say something about, well, or the prosecutor or the lawyer be like, well, he come from this kind of background, and I used to never understood what they were saying. I was
For
like,
real.
man, he grown now. What y'all keep talking about his background? You know what I'm saying?
Huh? But it
But
play a part.
yeah, that your background is part of your DNA.
Yep.
Your background is part of your DNA, bro. You know what I mean? My dad was a hustler. I was in college hooping. I was squares. I'm as square as they come. But like I said, one day in practice, I passed out in practice and woke up in the hospital. I ain't got a scholarship, right? I ain't got a scholarship or nothing, bro. I go back to Cleveland. I don't know what to do. I just ended up in the streets. I had an escort service. I ended up from that, like hanging out with beautiful. That's how I met the cartel. They was like saw me with a bunch of beautiful women and wanted to do something with me. Like outside of that, I'm a square. I'm not a street dude. You know what I'm saying? My father worked for Motown. My father used to live with Marvin Gaye.
Damn.
My father wrote songs for Donna Ross. My father wrote the original draft for Let's Get It On. My uncle produced What's Going On.
It's like, man, I don't know, I don't glorify, but like, the streets, that's like my mother. I had a perfect mother, man. I don't care,
Yeah.
she did what she did to take care of her kids and her family. She was the dude in the family. Like she took care of her. She was the last one to pass. She was the oldest, and she
Right.
took care of she took care of my grandmothers, her sisters, her aunts. She took care of me and my siblings, and like I fucked up when dudes I thought was my so-called friends and all that. They introduced me to PCP, and I wasn't, at that age, that shit blew my
Yeah.
mind. I ain't sit here and cap like, nah, that shit blew my mind and got me off course. Before that, I was, all the older dudes used to like me because, I was that hustler. Like, I ain't had to be in when the street lights went out. I could stay out all night and grind, make money, but then, when they gave me that PCP, that shit just sent me in a whole nother direction, man.
Damn. So that was the drug back then, huh? Yeah, it's the drug of choice, huh? That PCP, huh? Let me ask you
That was the,
this.
big, that was the biggest mistake I made in my life.
You think you was on PCP when you committed that crime?
Yeah, yeah. It altered my thinking. Like it really man, that was like I tell you, man, that was the biggest mistake I made in my life.
Damn.
Ever. If I could take back anything, that's what I take back that. That was the biggest
Damn, bro.
mistake I made in my life. Man. It really fucked my thinking up like it fucked like at that age, your system ain't ready. I'm gonna tell you this. When I went to see the psychologist when I was locked up, and she looked at my paperwork, she was like, "You smoke PCP?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, her exact words. She said, "Ugh." She said she looked it up on the internet and all that. She was like, "Man, technically it was the elephant tranquilizer." So she was like, "Man, when I went to prison, I was 126 pounds." She was like, "Elephant weighed tons." So she said, "Man, I can imagine what that did for you, what that did to you." And I told her, I was like, "Man, you just don't know." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it
I just
was,
got a message from Uncle Real Media. They said it ain't much, but they blessed your cash out.
and I don't even be worried about that, bro. I just want to make it. I just want to know. People keep saying, "Share my story," this, that, and the third,
No,
and
I know what you're saying. It's just like I told you, man. It ain't. We look, bro. Listen, like we know you a humble dude, bro. I've been knowing you, bro. Come on, dog. Like I just want to thank the people for blessing your cash app, and whatever we can gain from this, man, to help you out, to help you move forward, man. I know it's rough, bro. You did 30 years, bro. You was a kid. Like whatever, man. I can if this channel can support whatever you do to do moving forward, man. I support it, bro.
I
You know what
got a
I'm saying?
plan. Like within, I always tell somebody like there's only one person that told outside of right now. I was like, man, yeah, people might say it, bone, but deep down, for real, like man, I feel like man, I'm gonna be successful. I don't know what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it. What I just got that internal feeling that's saying, man, something gonna happen for me because that's why I told you the name of that book. Like I'm alive for a reason because man, I'd have been shot, stabbed, hit by a car. Man, I came out on top of all that shit. And yet,
Right,
if they follow my Instagram page, my Facebook, I'm always smiling. I lost
right.
I lost all my family other than my sister, my niece, and my cousin. But I still don't like on my back, bro. Let me show you something. It's no joke, man. It's no joke, man. Let's say
What's that?
resilient.
Resilient?
Say resilient, man. I
What's
stand
them?
on
What's
that.
them? What's them puncture wounds back there in your back? That from a knife?
Some of them was a knife. Some of them when I got shot. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I literally one of the ones to say, man, motherfucker, a friend of mine shot me in my back, stabbed me in my back.
Yeah,
So these was friends, like people I was associated with. So, but I still ain't one of them people like, man, I don't trust nobody. I tried that, but it just ain't in me. Like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
deal with people accordingly.
Right, right, right.
So
Did you
that's
watch
why
the
I did.
Did you watch the Cat Williams interview with Willie D?
Nah, I love Cat Williams too, man.
Bruh, listen, it's better than that Club Shay Shay shit, bruh. It's better, bruh.
I love Cat. I like him and Kevin Hartman going at it. But man, I'm Cat Williams, man. Kevin
Right,
Hart funny, he cool, but man, me personally, I'm riding with Cat. Man.
right, right. Hey, let me go back. Listen, so you might didn't hear what I said. I said a brother cash apps you.
Oh, okay, okay. But tell my man, tell him I said thank you. I ain't even. He
Right,
still
right.
like.
I knew you didn't. I knew you didn't understand what I was saying. I said because I told you I was gonna put it on my page anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you got a cash out from Valista Gens. So yeah,
Man,
he said thank you. Hey, he said thank you, V.
tell thank you, whoever it was.
Yeah,
Man, I appreciate it. Being as though you was considered to do it, I appreciate it. You stay in contact with me through Facebook, Instagram, or what I mean,
what's
you can
your
hit me.
what's your handles over there?
My name. That ain't gonna change. I ain't
Vance
got nothing to
Conte,
hide.
VanceContee. Facebook and Instagram. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey, I need you to come back on, man. And I wanna I wanna go over some of the things you experienced behind the walls.
Absolutely.
Then I hope
Absolutely.
that I hope we can remember some stuff that maybe you can put into the books and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put all this in there. You know what I mean? All this little, nah, for real, like
Right,
this little process, the brother that or whoever it was, all this a part of my story. You know what I mean? At the end of the
right,
day.
right. Yeah, yeah. Hey, YouTube family, man. This is my boy V, Mr. Vance Conte. Juvenile life, committed a crime at 16, went in at 17, just came home at 47. You can't imagine what it's like. You can't imagine what it's like and what he's going through right now. You know what I'm saying? So uh
Can't
I
imagine
appreciate
it
y'all.
all.
My Indicted to Invited family, man. This video gonna be on here. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna do a series of interviews with him because he got a lot to tell. And this is from Indicted to Invited. Hey, thanks, V, man. I appreciate you. Thanks to
Anytime.
Uncle Rail, Valista, Smurf. I appreciate y'all, man. This from Indicted to Invited. We out.